Attention, attention, attention. Come on down to the DNVR Broom Emporium to get your brooms absolutely free. We have a huge sale going on sweeping brooms, big brooms, little brooms, small brooms, tall brooms, you name it. We got brooms everywhere. Come on down to 2239 East Colfax Avenue to get your broom. Warning, may not actually be a broom emporium, it may be a bar. Predators and Oilers fans excluded.
This team swept the Western Conference Finals. Oh my fucking God. Apologies, but like that deserves that. Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche podcast, presented by
DraftKings Sportsbook.
And we got 5 people on set today because it's my birthday and the Avs are going to the Stanley Cup Finals and I just can't, and I had to hop on, so I'll let Rudo take it away. Happy birthday, Allie. Thank you.
Yeah, the real birthday. The real Allie birthday.
It was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait.
It
Absolutely.
was worth the wait, guys. Oh my God.
Amazing. All right.
Oh, I just won a bunch of money, too.
Oh, I did too.
So I know we're sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, but this one is also sponsored by Dr. Dubs going to the Stanley Cup Finals. So
Cheers. I hope everyone has a drink right now.
get your drink on for that one.
Thank you, buddy.
Pass them down. Pass them down.
About as you, late night.
The
in the middle of
Avs
June.
sweep the Edmonton Oilers, winning Game 4, 6-5 in overtime. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was having some heart palpitations. They're going on.
Nothing. No doubt.
Never a doubt.
Nothing. Steady Eddie over there.
Easy.
Oh, man,
No.
my heart rate was through the roof.
No matter what, they got the job done. Nothing can take away the Avs making these Stanley Cup Finals this year from now on. It's official.
It's in ink.
Permanent.
It's in blood.
It feels like it's in
There was
blood.
a lot of it
Yeah.
put out there to get them to this point, to get them from 48 points, 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Yep.
To this, to being in the Cup final, to going 12-2 through the first 3 rounds, to dominating to 2 different sweeps, to taking out the best player in the game on home ice when he's vibing like he's never vibed before and sending him the fuck home.
Let's go.
Bye-bye.
Vander Kane, I hope you have a great summer.
I hope you have a shitty summer and you stub your toe on every Lego known to mankind.
Oh, the Legos!
You'd have to
Every day.
You'd have to be around your kids to stub your toe on Legos.
True. That kind of accountability is not in his future.
Look, you wouldn't have it any other way, would you? You made a moment in history for Avs fans that'll never be forgotten. Artturi Lehkonen, who, by the way, scored that same goal last year
Yep.
to the Montreal Canadiens.
He's just like, look, I don't always score goals, but when I do, my team goes to the Cup final.
What a great pickup at the trade deadline.
Oh, my
You
goodness.
worried about Justin Barron now?
Megan's like, well, it's not.
On to the nada.
No one gives a shit now. Seriously.
I
The
mean,
team they're going to the Stanley Cup on that goal.
I love the additions.
it's look, they're in the Cup Finals, and I'm sure some people in chat will be saying it. And yeah, tomorrow you wake up and you refocus, and you still got a job to do.
You've got to figure out who's starting in game 1
Yeah.
in goal for you, because homeboy just left that door wide open.
Yeah.
And if Darcy Kemper can see that door,
Hard not to
just-
start him.
You
man.
gotta go. Yeah, you
Right
gotta
there,
go back.
man.
You gotta go back to Kemper
like
after that game.
this is not the time of the year for good feels and like nice guy shit, right?
Absolutely not. You're playing to win, and yes,
You're playing to win the ultimate prize. This is no longer the journey to get there. This is it.
Yep.
Every win for the
You're
rest
here.
of the way.
You're here.
Is one win you no longer
was the
need
last time they went
to
to the Cup.
actually
Win
lift
the
cup.
thing.
This is no longer about the journey to get there. You are now playing for the Stanley Cup every day for the rest of the season.
And all that is very important. all of that goodness, all of that focusing up, yes. But tonight, the Avs are the Western Conference champions. Tonight, you get to go off.
Oh, Jesus. We already did that.
You are one of the best 2 hockey teams in the world.
You need.
You have won at this point. They have won their way there. They are 12-2.
Yep.
Now look, they can't take the loss, the lack of losses in previous rounds with them. But as of now, undefeated on the road.
Yep.
Have not lost on the road the entire postseason. Have walked into all 3 barns and kicked them the fuck out of the postseason. Took whatever shit they had and brought it back.
Yep.
Wayne Gretzky statue is coming home with me tonight. It is no longer Edmonton property. Just like the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. Just like the St. Louis Arch. That shit is mine!
Someone fix AJ's emoji to have all of that.
Yeah,
It's already there.
Oh,
It's already
there.
updated.
Oh my goodness.
It's already updated.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we're about to show it.
Unbelievable. Yes, get it up there. Show it, yeah.
I'm working on it.
Honestly, though, that was probably some of the most stressful 35 minutes of my life.
A truly incredible way for them to get there.
Yep.
They're
really
playing
was.
a good game. They give it away.
Yeah.
They give it away.
Oh my goodness, forget it. If you're listening to the podcast, you have to go to just AJ's profile on Twitter, and you can see it all. It is incredible.
That's pretty good. You did that with your phone?
I didn't do any
Yeah,
of
it
that.
He
didn't do
doesn't
shit.
it. Other people do
No
it
shot,
for
AJ.
him.
Just-
Absolutely not. I have no artistic
Blaze,
bone
the
in my
artist,
body.
is
Yeah.
like, you did that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was all
No,
me.
no,
Blaze,
no.
please continue to be impressed
Well,
with
I mean,
my
the
ability
origi-
to do it on my phone while sitting here crying my face off.
Like, I saw the original when Eric drew your face, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen the updates. Yeah.
Great job.
No,
Okay.
the actually, I'm going to have the Gretzky statue. It's not going to be on top of the arch. It's going to be dangling from the arch like a swing.
Y'all,
Like
I
a
already got
swing.
tickets to the Stanley Cup Finals. That's how my birthday is going.
You know who else does? The entire Avalanche team.
Yep.
Yeah, they do.
All right. All celebrations, all partying, but the hockey game did happen. We should probably talk about it a little bit.
Whale of a hockey
What
game,
a game.
too.
Genuinely,
a whale of
what
a
a
hockey
game.
man.
Absolute. Look,
Has this been the most entertaining game of the postseason?
this series, I think, certainly has been, even if it is a 4-gamer.
Even the series, I don't know. The game one and
I
this
didn't
one
like game
were-
one,
But,
personally.
but a lot of people did. That's what I'm saying. This series had something for everybody.
Yeah,
I
well,
was there.
did
It was
it?
a lot of fun.
Lots of goals.
You had game 2, which I guess there wasn't much for Edmonton to cheer about in game 2, but for Avs fans, pretty great.
Wasn't much for Edmonton to cheer about through 4
In the whole
games.
series, it's not wrong.
The only game that had something to cheer about was tonight.
And
Did
that's
they
because-
really, though?
That's because of stolen valor. That's all that was. It was stolen valor. The Avs handed it to them. They got their little lead, as Morgan would say. They got their little lead.
They got their little
And
goal.
then the Avs roared back. And then Frankie tried to make it interesting. And then the Avs got into overtime and dropped the hammer.
I gotta say, we have the goalie of the Colorado Avalanche downstairs. She was here for the women's team. And when Frankie, at the beginning of the game, just like freaking threw the puck across the net, she was like, why? Why would you do that? And I saw her like fear. She was like, as a goalie, you don't do that. And it's like, Frankie does not give a fuck. He does whatever the hell he wants to do. Again, part of my
All right, we have to make a decision. Are we having a very serious 60-second rundown, or are we making Allie do it?
Making Allie do it.
No, Megan did it last
I
game.
did do it last time, and I
Megan's
went
not bailing you
overtime.
out.
Oh my God, Meg, but you got notes and stuff. Okay.
I do always have notes.
Okay.
Do you like the notes?
People call me the fucking
Things
nerd
might
around
not
here.
be accurate, but
Kidding me?
can you help me out? Can you help me out?
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
All right.
Are you just going to read Megan's notes? Is that what about that?
All right.
Do you want to look it over?
No.
No, don't give her that. No.
Okay. Just start it. Start it.
Such cheating.
No, I will.
You're going.
So Cale Makar, it was a rough start, but then Cale Makar scored the first goal. All hell, Cale.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll get into that.
And then things went downhill from there. I would say there was a lot of calls that weren't called, And then
I mean, they got
Let's
5
see.
straight power plays.
I've had a lot of shots, guys. It's the second word.
It's probably
Okay,
not a good.
Megan, go!
No,
I don't know.
I got this.
The Avs ended up winning, and that's all that
No, I
matters.
got so they go up 1-0.
I had a lot of shots in between. Every time I had a shot, the Avs scored. So guess what? I had a lot of shots.
This is the 60
because
seconds
of
we
this.
needed. There we go.
And so the Avs won in overtime. The overtime was very, very stressful. I've got 15 seconds left, but it ended up happening, and all good things happen. And
You can stop whenever you
the
want.
Avs are
You
headed
don't have to take
to
the goal.
the Stanley Cup finals, and that's all that matters.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right,
Megan would have
AJ.
done a way better job at it, but it's okay.
AJ, pick
I
us
still
up
go
here a little
overtime.
bit.
I have
What am I
not
supposed
figured
to
it
do
out
at
in
this point?
60
I'm vibing a
seconds.
little
It's your
bomber
turn.
now.
Oh my God, get out of here with this chat. All right,
I got the first goal right. After that, I don't know.
from the top, I actually thought the Avs played pretty darn well for a significant portion of the first period.
I like
No,
the
they had a
first
great
period.
first period. They had a
Special
great first
teams.
period, man. They had a great
Did
first. They
everything.
killed 2 penalties off. Like, you're feeling good
It's
about
like a
them going to
power
the
kill.
intermission. They got a 1-0 lead.
Generating
It's all
scoring
good.
chances on the penalty kill.
Yeah, like
Loved it.
It's all good. And then second period, they make the big mistakes. They're not even playing poorly. They just make the big mistakes.
Second
Getting
period
every
was
call.
You give up essentially 2 breakaways. They score on both. Then you'd have a new hook delay a game penalty. McDavid with the great shot over Frankie's glove. It's 3-1, and you feel like shit.
Yep.
But how
you
did you
know-
feel about the calling in the second period?
I don't care about the
Yeah,
officiating.
look, this is-
Yeah, it really
I
didn't
was
bother me
very
that much.
upset with it.
My biggest problem with the officiating all game was the 2-hander from Duncan Keith on Mikko Rantanen.
Who just blatant.
That's as egregious
And-
gets,
and-
and it should have been a penalty.
And the rest, look, both teams scored 1 power play goal tonight. I guess no, the Avs did score 2, right? Because of the late one.
Yeah, they went 2
But
for 2 on the power play. man.
Edmonton got 5 power plays, Avs got 2, and the
Yeah.
Avs won
All
that
the
battle
bitching
2-1.
about disparity, blow it out your
Meant
ass.
absolutely nothing.
They had a 3-1 lead and a 4-2 lead in the third period and could not hang on to it.
I think they'd reverse it back to the prior 3 games where the Avs got more penalties and couldn't convert on them.
Oh, absolutely.
Versus tonight where they only got 2 and converted on both.
Absolutely they would. But this is what we
Streaky business.
This is why we talked about in the pregame why we weren't that concerned with the power play
Yeah.
because
Yep.
they were creating chances and Mike Smith kind of sucks.
Yeah, and they were just dominant in 5-on-5 play. So
And like they were just fine at 5-on-5 outside of making the big mistakes in the second period.
Yeah.
They were just fine at 5-on-5 that you felt like, look, 3-1 against
They're in
these
it.
fucking guys.
They're
Are
in
you
it.
serious? These guys have lived their whole postseason coming back. They haven't had to really protect much in the way of a lead, except against the LA Kings.
yeah.
And you know what? I'll take that credit away from them. The Kings suck. So I'm super not impressed. And Colorado's not the LA Kings.
They are not.
And we've seen this Avalanche team more comfortable than they've ever been in whatever situation they are in.
Yep.
Even when they're not playing particularly well. They score 30 seconds into the third period. And you know, at that point, you're like, look, I don't know if they're going to come back and win this thing, but they're not just going to roll over here.
Yep.
They got lucky. That puck goes in off Cody Cece's leg.
For sure.
That's a good break for them.
Yep.
But you look at everything else that happens the rest of that period, and the Avs just dominated the third.
Yep. And
Even with the mistakes that they make. Frankie, both of those last 2 goals are bullshit and are the exact reason why you don't trust him going into the Stanley Cup final.
definitely.
But you also say, hey, that could have been it. Lesser teams would have given up that 4-2 goal, and that's
game over.
They're done.
100%.
And instead, how do they get it back to 4-3? They crash the net.
They just
throw
do
a
the
puck,
dirty work. Yeah.
and they go to work. This has been a team that has been crushed by people like us for years. Too obsessed with being pretty, all style and no substance, and they won't work hard. And Nashville was going to present problems to them because they get physical and they play hard in front of the net, and they muck it up. And it's like this Avalanche team is the most comfortable Avalanche team we have seen in 25 years, including a 2001 team playing this level of just, if we have to grind, we'll grind it. We will be in that world if we have to. We're not as good in it, but we will live in that world and we can find success. Look at this. Look at this game as perfect example. They can survive in that environment, even without a Nazem Kadri. They just dropped 6 goals.
Yep.
I gotta say, they needed this. They needed this before going into the finals. They needed to see, like, this isn't going to be a walk in the park. This is going to be a challenge, but they are, at the end of the day, the better team. You could see it all around, no matter all the mistakes they made. They're the better team,
Oh, yeah,
but
I
they
don't
needed a
remember
little
those
bit of
games.
a challenge in this fourth game to be like, you know what, we can win this, but we have to be playing our best hockey. And this isn't going to be a walk in the park,
Well,
no matter who it is.
It's not just that. I think they needed 10 days off.
That's
you got
true.
Berkey playing on a broken foot.
Yeah, we think.
Supposedly. You have
Allegedly.
Devon Taves, who clearly doesn't look 100%.
Isn't it 12 days?
It depends. We'll
how
see when
quickly
we'll see
the
when
other
East
series goes,
finishes,
You have a number of guys who clearly don't look 100%.
Cagliano looked like he got a little banged up
took one to
tonight
the
on his
hand tonight.
The
For
war
sure.
of attrition has hit them, and they're going to get at least a week off now.
Yep.
That's going to help them a ton. We've also seen that this team has not struggled coming off of long breaks. They're so eager to get out and play and do the work and do the job that usually that first game back, they come out amped as fuck and play their best hockey. You look at how they did against Nashville in game 1, where that was the first real game that they put any effort into in 3 weeks. And look what they did. You look at game 1 against St. Louis, they had plenty of time off because that series just never started.
Yep.
And once it started, they dominated that game. That would not have been nearly as close without Jordan Binnington's
Playing so well.
yeah, playing as well as he did, and 5 posts, and all the other shit that happened in that game. You look at game 1 of this series.
Yep.
They had a 7-3 lead before their goalie stopped being able to see the puck.
Actually, you see.
So, like, you're talking, like, the layoffs have not mattered to this team.
Yep.
They roll into game 1. I would put more money on them dropping a touchdown in game 1 on whichever goalie it happens to be than them losing it, because you just feel great about where they've been coming off of the breaks.
This Avs team is just different. Like,
It's very
even,
different.
Even during the celebration, even during the Stanley Cup being out there, it's not like they're over celebrating. It's not like they're going crazy. No, their next job is up. They're
and
ready to finish a job, and that's when they'll celebrate, when they get to the Stanley Cup. Not before then.
We talked about the difference between watch how Colorado finishes their series against St. Louis. They're excited, and then they go into the press conference, and you can't tell the difference between that and the traumatic Game 5 that they had just lost.
Exactly.
You look at how Edmonton reacted, and they were amped to the fucking gills to just be there. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Nobody was picking Edmonton
No.
to be in the conference final at the start of the season. They defied a lot of expectations. They were exceptional throughout parts of this postseason against the teams that they had to play. They came up against the best team in the West, and that's just how it goes.
And the
They
Avs have
were
been there the
competitive.
prior 2 years, and
Yeah.
now they're ready for more.
And you just saw the Avs were just wired differently coming into this. And instead, Edmonton, something to build off of. They have to feel good going into
Of
the
course.
offseason. They've got plenty of questions that they need to answer, but it sure is interesting the way that these two teams' paths have kind of crossed over the last few years as they each search for answers in goal. It wasn't just Mike Smith and Darcy Kemper, but these are two teams that also invested in unknowns in Mikko Koskinen and Pavel Francouz.
Yep.
And both options just swept the Oilers. With Mike Smith in net almost the entire time. Their hand-picked starter.
Yep.
We got a lot more of this game to talk about, so I gotta move us along a little bit here. Yes, let's do our next round of Dr. W's.
Oh.
Yeah. See, they knew, Allie. Pass them down. Pass them down.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Cup
All
finals.
right, next one.
More dubs.
Cheers.
This one is for 4 more.
Let's go. 4 more.
4 more! Only 4 more! Oh my god.
I got a little emotional.
We are, of course, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Get on over there. There is now a team in the Stanley Cup Finals that you can bet on DraftKings. You can do that if you want to. You can also bet on anything else you can imagine. You have the NBA Finals going on right now. If you sign up with code DNVR, you bet $5 on the NBA Finals. You don't even have to get the bet right. You get $150 in free bets. to go put it all on the Avs. You can put it all on Cale Makar for Conn Smythe. You could put it on whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
That's weird. I bet on the Avs in the Stanley Cup like 6 months ago.
No way. Yeah, you've been able to do that for a while. I guess that's true.
This is cold-blooded part 2.
Get Gloria and La Bamba on the same.
No, what's the goal song in Nashville? I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Get it on there.
It's got to be next.
Go to DraftKings.com/sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Other terms, restrictions, and conditions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
Megan's
Of course,
locked
if you
in.
have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. We are also brought to you by Breckenridge Brewery, the official beer of DNVR. You can get some down here at the DNVR bar, which may have actually lost all of their sanity when Lehkonen scored that goal.
That was amazing.
It was a good, 30 minutes of chaos
That is
down
the
at the
most
bar.
physical contact I have had in a very, very long time.
I almost probably broke my ankle jumping up and down on the upper booth, but it was worth it.
The war of attrition.
It's always worth it.
I
Exactly.
touched so many strangers trying to get over to the DNVR circle to give people hugs.
It was amazing.
There was a guy who had a Sven Andrighetto jersey.
Wow.
Yes, he has so many.
AJ is
Sven
locked in on that
Andrighetto
mob.
jerseys. He has a bunch signed and everything. Okay, I'm going to head out. They're going to take this post game a little more seriously as I head out, but love you all.
Love you.
Love you,
Bye,
Allie.
Mom.
King of the
Happy
game.
birthday.
Mom.
Don't
Allie.
get too
Birthday.
old.
I won't get too old. I will give $5 to anyone who guesses my actual age on Twitter. Go.
No, you won't.
We love you, Allie.
$5?
You literally already said it earlier.
It wasn't on
That's all right.
Go
Nothing
get yourself some Breck Brew. Absolutely delicious stuff. Now that it's official, they're also giving away tickets to Stanley Cup Finals home games.
Hey, there's
So,
room for me where Allie was, right?
oh yeah, you can definitely fit, bud. You can
Yeah,
definitely
come on
fit,
in.
bud.
Let's fucking go, boys.
Let's go.
The porn bots.
Best Omen.
They
showed up-
heralded the OT
They
winner.
showed up during intermission between third and overtime.
Huge win.
And we all knew.
Yep, it was at that moment. Second period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, let's get the negative second period out of the way here. Is AJ a cat? Like, honestly.
Don't start this. This is a sore
I
subject.
don't want you to explain because it's funny for me to blindly agree,
No.
but I also want to know what you mean.
Well, 'cause
Don't start
He's
this.
sitting here staring at an insect like, I'm going to hunt this. I'm going to get this thing.
Okay. I
gonna
bet
give
I
him
had something
skippity
to do with the
baps.
second period.
That's what's gonna happen.
I'm saying.
He's gonna get near me and he's gonna get skippity paps right in his little moth face.
AJ might be a cat in a human body. That's all I'm saying.
Don't start this. I don't need more people in my life claiming me to be a cat. I'm so fucking sick of you.
Obviously, second period. Well, no. We should start this correct.
I didn't get to see this picture.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I was too busy crying and hugging.
I'm sorry, I got a little ahead of myself.
No, go if you got something
It
to
was
say.
going to be a greater conversation about Mikko Rantanen, in part because of his role on the first power play goal from Cale Makar.
Sure.
I think in summary, the blue collar things won a lot for the Colorado Avalanche tonight, and Mikko Rantanen was a part of that. And that's not a role I'm normally used to describing him in, is doing the blue collar things. But he worked time and off the puck and got it back at the blue line to Makar. I think it was like to Lehkonen to Makar and then in. And this is something that kind of similarly happened when he scored his own power play goal. Just a beautiful shot from the faceoff dot. And that sort of jumped ahead in the game. But I just thought Mikko Rantanen and Lehkonen both did blue collar things tonight that won them this hockey game.
Well, and look, we weren't on air, but I was talking with AJ before the game. I'm like, look, my big concern tonight is, can this second line be functional? And I know these are power play goals, but
there were moments that were very
Yep. It's over. The answer's yep. I refuse any other answer. The answer's yep.
yeah, that's where it's at. The proof is in the pudding. Second period, look, I don't want to misconstrue this story because the first portion of the second period, the Avs were dominating Edmonton. Shots were 7-0 in the period at one point. It was a very good period of hockey until the Avs took out a pistol, pointed it at their own foot
Both of them.
and shot the trigger twice, once for each foot,
Then went pat, pat.
straight up.
And then they looked around and they went, why do my feet hurt? Why did it just get so hard to run?
I mean, you got to give it to the Oilers too. I mean,
Why?
because they took advantage.
What do I have to give to the Oilers?
Because
they take care
take advantage of
They
it.
take care of. They get in transition. The Edmonton Oilers are one speed. They score in transition.
Yep.
And on the power play, right?
Yep.
So I guess it's like 1.5 speeds. And that's what they did.
Yeah.
The Avs gave that to them, something that they had not been doing in games 2 and 3.
And they capitalized on it.
And they capitalized.
They did a good
But that
job
is the
finishing.
freest fucking shit.
Yeah.
The Nugent Hopkins goal could not be more of a gift.
Yep.
How do you lose a game with that gift from the gods?
Wait, was that the
All right,
Byron
I know
pass?
you love
No,
to-
that's the Logan O'Connor, Devon Taves,
I know you-
whatever that
Oh,
is.
I know you
the
love-
Byron
Stick
one
at
was
the blue
more
line.
free.
That was bad.
I know you love Devon Taves. I don't think you can call him a god. Let's calm down there.
No,
'cause-
that's why he's best human.
He's human. Yeah.
He's top human because he's
fallible,
of Earth.
but he's
and he just
excellent.
him as God gifted that to
of
Ryan
the
Nugent
dirt.
Hopkins.
Of
All right,
the
just
dirt.
checking. Just
Yeah,
checking.
exactly. Salt of the earth guy.
Love it.
And look, it's yes, Edmonton finished the plays, but the Avs know they have no one to blame but themselves.
Right.
And the one power play goal Edmonton scores is on Alex Newhook flipping the puck out of the
He
rink.
looked
You
so
cannot
defeated.
argue.
That
And
was
like
hard.
a great,
Yeah.
like you put them on the power play 4 times. They finally capitalized. It's like the first time in 3 games they've scored a power play goal on you.
Well,
Like
and
eventually that shit was gonna come back to haunt you, right?
Draisaitl had a chance to basically bury the ass.
Yeah, in the
And he
third.
whiffed it.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm not giving them credit because they were given opportunities to walk through the door, and instead they fucking hit the door frame on both sides, tripped over the little rubber thing on the ground, and face planted.
I mean, they walked through the door and the Avs followed him into the room.
And then what? Like stabbed him in the back and then dropped
his ass back
out, like Hitman style. Oh my God, Blais, dark, dark.
And we talked about it a little bit about how this team is different. And they play that period where you're like, man, the Avs got burned at every turn.
Yeah.
And you go into the second intermission, and I don't think anyone here was like, oh, this game's done. Everyone was
No,
like,
you go back, you watch the watch along, and
Yep.
we're like, look, they've played well enough that you can see where they can come, especially on Edmonton.
Yep.
We were just like, had Edmonton like really dominated play, had Edmonton really like driven the bus to the lead, you would have felt differently.
For sure.
But they didn't.
Yeah.
That's not how that sausage got made. And so you could see a path to coming back. And it got, boy, that 4-2 goal just made it feel that much
it hurt.
worse.
It hurt.
It felt like they make it 3-2, 30 seconds in, and you're just like,
You're one play away.
Yeah.
all right, like they've got 19 and a half minutes to score 1 goal. I legitimately love their chances at this.
Yep.
And then it gets to 4-2 like 4 minutes later. And it's MacKinnon
Yep.
turning that puck over, kickstarting
A
it
break
the other way.
the other way.
Leon
was it his centering feed
Draisaitl.
that
Yeah.
just did not
Yeah,
find?
and Nichushkin doesn't make
Nichushkin,
any play on
sorry,
it whatsoever.
He doesn't
My
even get his stick
goodness.
on it, man.
No,
like,
that was
you
a
got to
bummer.
touch the puck
That's
at
bummer.
least.
It's like if he had a different line mate there, maybe.
It's and I'm not going to dwell on it. Again, Avs won this
Nope,
game.
Avs won.
You're going to need better from Nuke
Correct.
in the conference or in the
But
Stick
they
Cup
had
finals.
totally-
Like,
Because it was
I
a
mean,
great
at that
pass
point,
from MacKinnon.
they could have just packed it in and been like,
absolutely.
They
let's
could've
go
been
great
home.
point.
It's 4-2.
We'll finish
let's,
it. Yeah.
Let's
Right?
get out of here healthy.
Yeah.
And instead, they looked up at the clock and they were like, "There's a shitload of hockey left to play," and we can do that at a pretty high level.
I just love the demeanor too, right? Like if you watch the Avs bench, what's going on? It's not this like big we're in trouble.
sure.
It's okay, let's get back to work.
And
You don't see people hanging
Well,
their head and
the most impressive part about that is they kept even keel. And you go back and look at that goal, and you're looking at Pavel Francouz, and you're like, that dude fanned on the puck, and you still couldn't
yeah,
stop
you
it.
kinda
couldn't
man.
stop something.
fluttered that thing in there. And I
Right.
think that coming across and being the right the right catching goaltender
Yeah.
really hurts him there because he can't reach back across his body like that. But
Because
at the same time, he reacted like he had no idea where the puck was. Because he didn't react at all.
Yeah, it was Dreisaitl's shot, right? He slowed that
it was
down,
Hyman.
and then Hyman got the rebound that he didn't clean from Dreisaitl's shot, or am I mixing that up?
This is what's the 4-2 goal.
Okay.
Yeah, the one Hyman put it like flutters over Francouz.
He tries to throw his head at it at the last
Is it initially
second.
a Dreisaitel shot?
No,
They
it's
have a
the
flow?
cross. It's like
Oh.
the 4-on-2.
Yeah, it was like 4-on-2.
Yeah.
That's how
That's a
bad that play
bummer.
was from MacKinnon.
That's a bummer.
And it just flutters.
And
Frankie's just drifting away from that, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Well, and then to further the points that both of you are making, that goal happens, and the next goal that we already talked about, the Avs came out and they said, you know what, we're just going to work harder than this hockey team.
Yep.
And Byram, MacKinnon, to his credit, MacKinnon kind of takes over from here.
Yep.
He takes over from here. He makes a nice pass to Byram. Byram just throws it on net, and Landeskog and Nichushkin just go to work in front of the net. I have no idea why Mike Smith is that angry. The puck is never covered. He's never interfered with.
Yep.
They chip the puck over his body.
And his defenseman shoots it back through his own 5-hole.
He doesn't get pushed in. There's no goalie interference. There's nothing that you can really look at that and say, hey, and he's losing his shit. And this is the difference between these two teams.
Yep.
They are leading 4-3 in the third period, and Mike Smith is slamming his stick and losing his mind.
Yep.
Colorado gave up that 4-2 goal. Nobody reacted.
Yep.
They just got back to work.
Yep.
This is the first series that I can remember where you just look at emotionally. You can see two teams completely different planes.
Well,
Maybe I'm just not remembering it well, but I do wonder, is this what Colorado San Jose looked like several years ago? With
On
one
different
team,
levels,
one
yeah.
team that just understood how to be in that moment, and one team that was not comfortable with that pressure.
I was
yet.
thinking about that a little bit earlier today. Is this the arc where the Oilers just haven't had that experience yet, and they just don't know how to react?
And
or is it just from the coaching staff down though?
Oh, you're right. Well, we've talked a lot about the coaching staff and how they reacted in Denver.
Yep.
When things didn't go their way.
Yep.
They lost their minds.
Yep.
And it set the tone for their team to be selfish and irresponsible, and that's exactly what we saw tonight. I mean, you saw Zach Cassian get away with everything.
Yeah.
literally
Everything tonight.
jump scabe Landeskog.
Right.
And
As he's
Landy
injured
gets
on
the
the
only
ice.
penalty. And
He
look,
gets the call.
I was fine with the Landy penalty there, but you
Yeah.
have
They got tangled
Zach
up. They
Cassian puts him in a fucking headlock.
Right.
Well, he jumps back on him right there. That's okay, we got to call
This
you for that.
isn't
Right.
2 minutes for roughing.
Yeah.
Maybe matching. I don't know.
You
Seriously.
Yeah.
You just let that guy, this guy just let him jump on Landy. And Landy's already in enough
Yeah, he
pain.
was down and hurt
stunned.
at the
Yeah.
moment.
And then
Yeah.
Zach
That's how
Cassian
you know.
jumps on
Yeah.
him.
His intentions in getting tangled up with Cassian initially were not malicious.
Yeah, but
Call it.
hey,
Unfair.
it's
That's
totally
fair.
a penalty.
Right.
It's fine. Well, I think we were all fine with that.
Yeah.
being a penalty.
Yeah,
It's-
absolutely.
Look, you can't take a guy into the boards like that. It was dangerous.
Definitely.
He earned that penalty, but then Cassian gets away with that shit. Cassian then runs him into the dasher later on in the period.
Well, it's that, and I didn't know we were going to go down this path, but we ended up in the room.
Sorry.
No. I'm happy for it. How the fuck does Mike Smith get away with trying to ram Bowen Byram's head into the ice? I mean, that's just
Wow.
unacceptable.
Byram is laying on the ice next to
Yeah.
him. And
He
Smith
slides
and
across.
he comes over and comes down on him. For a
don't-
guy with concussion issues, I know we're all overly protective of Bo.
But come on.
But come on.
I don't
No,
support
yeah.
goalie
It's
crimes.
just, it's unacceptable when a dude that's
Only
got-
knives in the locker room.
Only
That's all.
knives in the locker room. No on ice goalie crimes.
A dude with 10,000 pounds of gear is not allowed to drop his body weight on a guy's head because he inconvenienced him by getting close to him.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. And look, we got that out of our system.
Yeah,
You know what-
and genuinely, we spent the entire watch along
Yep.
being like, shut the fuck up about officiating.
Doesn't fucking matter.
It is not deciding
Yep.
this game. It did not decide this game.
Does not matter at all. It's in the past, and the Avs won the hockey game. So
That third period, the third period is so wild. We have to spend most of our time on it. But
that's
If you need to transition into something, we can.
No, we're good to keep going.
So when they get 4-3, go back and watch the play immediately leading up to the goal. It's great defense.
Yep.
And they break out. It's just a perfect breakout.
Yeah.
Well, and
All the way up the boards, everybody makes the right little play. MacKinnon with speed, great play, kicks the puck to his skate, flies by the defenseman, and then a great finish.
Well, and
you're looking at it and you're like, superstar stuff here.
Yep.
Cale Makar, Mikko Rantanen, Nathan MacKinnon. They keep coming. Gabe Landeskog gets you in with the greasy goal.
Yep.
What more do you want? Your top guys are at the forefront of all of your offensive success tonight. Your first line, your first goal, it's the top power play unit.
Yep.
You know, your second goal, the Devon Taves one, you get a little bit lucky, but it's
your
also
top line.
Your top line.
Yep.
Like, they just kept doing it, and we're watching as the chat is like, as our chat during the game is like, where's Nathan MacKinnon in an elimination game? Why is the top line not doing anything? Well, the game's not over, fam. And when it was, the top line had done, the top two lines did it all.
yeah, straight
I'd
up.
say on both sides too.
I
McDavid showed up for this game, like what we
Yeah,
talked about in the pregame,
absolutely.
right? Like
Even
It went
Draisaitl
absolutely
your big
was
dogs
great.
had to be your big dogs.
It was nuts.
And Leon Draisaitl, can we give like massive,
Huge
What?
credit.
massive
Huge.
shout out to Leon
He was
Draisaitl?
strung together by rubber bands
Straight up.
at
Like
that point.
straight up held together by duct tape at this point.
Yeah.
And that guy just kept gutting it out, and he makes big play after big play tonight. And you're looking at it and you're like, it sucks that we were robbed of a healthy series with these monsters.
Yep. And that, like,
It sucks that we got robbed.
A high ankle sprain.
yeah, and he's
Playing hockey
It's impossible
on a high
to skate
ankle
on a
sprain?
high ankle
Oh
sprain.
my
It's
God.
impossible.
He
Brutal.
was awesome though. The way that he gutted it out, the way that he kept going. I mean, they had a legitimate, by the end of the night, they had an actual true blue montage of just Leon Draisaitl limping to the bench.
Yep. Getting ridden to the
Getting to
boards.
the bench.
Yeah.
The trainer walking down and being like, "Are you okay?" And him being like, "Get the fuck away from me. I am not leaving this game." And like, I always think it's kind of dumb when guys put themselves through a certain level of pain.
It
But
is.
like a high ankle sprain is a thing that, like, look, that's pure pain threshold.
Yeah. Yep.
If you can just deal with that pain, you can go through it. Like, it's the like playing with a punctured lung and stuff where I'm like, this is stupid.
You might actually die.
You're
Like,
risking
yeah.
something much bigger than hockey here.
Yeah.
With a high ankle sprain in Draisaitl, that's not the case. It's fine. But I do want to give him credit.
Absolutely.
And he was flying.
Dude,
Watching him go down
it's-
the boards was insane tonight.
Since we're in this room too, like the Edmonton Oilers deserve a ton of credit for being the hockey team that they were. Same category as whatever Draisaitl batted through. You know Darnell Nurse is going to go not touch ice for a month.
Do you
Like-
remember after the St. Louis series when Braden Shen was like, "Oh, I've got a torn oblique and I've had 3 different broken ribs this year"?
Yeah.
And you're like, "Yeah, well, you played like shit. I totally believe that." With Darnell Nurse, it's going to be the same thing.
Yep.
You know that they're so much better
In that
from
guy's game.
from that
yeah.
guy, that it sucks to see that the war of attrition had that effect. But also, Andre Burakovsky, we believe, has a broken bone in his foot.
Yep.
Andrew Cogliano takes a slap shot off his hand. I don't know what's wrong with Nicholas Abe-Kubel, but he got healthy scratched last game for some reason. Like, the Avs are battling plenty of their own injury demons here.
Yep.
So I'm not sitting here making any excuse for Edmonton. I'm just saying it's a bummer that we did not get to see 100 on 100, but at this stage of the season, you never are.
No.
It just doesn't exist.
Put the shirt up, yeah. Get it now. There is one series left in these playoffs for the Colorado Avalanche. Get the shirt now. Tandemed with Breckenridge Brewery. Howler on the logo. This could be vintage, depending on how the Cup Finals go. This could be the last Avs shirt ever made with only 2 cups on it.
Avs need 4 wins.
That's exactly
4
correct.
wins.
They need 4 more wins.
That's it. That's it, fam. 4 more before anyone else.
And I want to come back to leading up to the 4-4 goal and the Avs playing here. Yes, they had some major critical errors that you look at and you go, wow, it's really easy to say you need better from someone on that goal. But for so much of this game, and if you go back and watch the watch along, I think every 2 minutes, either one of AJ or I like, oh, that was good team defense.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that good team defense. Yes, good defense. Like, the Avs really did play a fairly complete game, and they just made the errors the size of a hot air balloon. Like, the big ones cost them. But
The big ones cost them. Francouz didn't have the greatest nights.
And we'll get to we already got to goal 4. We'll get to goal 5 in a second. But I want to get back.
I still don't even know what happens on that goal.
We
It's
kind
nonsense, man.
We kind of smoothed over. I don't know the word I'm looking for. We got to Nathan MacKinnon's goal. And it should not be understated that Nathan MacKinnon is insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Normal humans don't just do that. Like,
Yeah. And what I love is that they made it count this time.
the last time hurt.
Yeah.
Game 5 hurt.
Made it count.
And how does that play start? Makar.
It's Cale Makar.
Outlet pass. Lehkonen up the boards, chipping it up ice. MacKinnon does what he needs to do. He's got great zone entry, great speed, and he knows how to finish.
And the part of why Makar's game was so special tonight, yes, obviously, we're used to Makar doing absurd things that only Cale Makar can do.
He's not human.
But it doesn't have to be. It can be a simple, effective play sometimes, and it still pays off.
Yeah. Look at Adam Fox's entire Norris winning season.
Well, when you have that threat of being able just to finish plays,
Yeah.
the other team has to respect you and give you that space. So that gives you the freedom to pick and choose what you're going to do. Am I going to rush on this? Am I going to pass?
Yeah.
Am I going to defer?
Well,
And-
what I love about the play up the wall, they don't do any of that.
Yeah.
They just chipped it.
Yep.
They kept it simple
Yep.
up until right at the end when they saw Mac with speed, and it was, I'm going to put this in space, and I'm going to let my superstar center go and do the thing.
Obviously, we're going to talk about Lehkonen more, but that is a really
are we?
aware play in the neutral zone to
Yeah.
just say, here you go.
Like, there's something to be said. It looks so easy, but you see so many guys screw that up.
Yep.
Or they just rim it. And Mac, instead of using his speed to break in and score that goal, has to try and go win a puck on the forecheck. And what makes Colorado dangerous, what makes them different style-wise from every other team in the NHL is the way that they value the puck. They just value it more highly through the neutral zone. It's why their zone exits are as high as they are. It's why their controlled zone entries are as high as they are. Because they want the puck through the neutral zone with speed, with control, because that's when defensive breakdowns happen.
Yep.
You see, you look at half of the Oilers' goals tonight are because Colorado is in transition defense.
Yep.
It is very, very hard to play transition defense in the NHL when you have maybe 3 seconds to get from blue line to your defensive zone, pick up where the puck has gone, where all the opposing players are on the ice, make the right decision on what you need to defend and where you're going. It is really hard to do. And that's why you see rush goals are at such a premium in the NHL. And the Avs just decided, we're fast as hell. We're going to live with that rush all the time.
Yep.
And they do. They're great at it. What's a big reason why they're in the Stanley Cup final, though, is because they don't die by it. And that's
Exactly
what Edmonton
right.
did.
Yep.
That's where Edmonton just fell short in their roster construction, because their top six is exceptional. It is nails. They rock. I wish they had been.
Look.
I wish Draisaitl had been healthier, but you saw tonight
It's
useless. The rest of those guys on that roster stealing money from ownership. They are stealing money. All of those dudes should be on wanted posters and milk cartons right now. Stealing money.
all I'm saying is anyone who's ever said lived by the sword, die by the sword, and I've said it,
Sure.
every one of those people has never picked up a shield. Not that complicated, is it?
It is interesting.
I don't know. It's a,
You're trying to attack somebody and they just go blanc.
yeah, it seems
And
like
you're
a
like,
slight advantage. I don't know.
Damn. That is a hell of a concept.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Continuing through the third period, The Avs get the power play late-ish in the third.
I don't remember the penalty.
It was the holding call that honestly wasn't very strong.
Oh,
Yeah.
where he brought both guys down,
Yeah.
and it's an optics call.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I'm sorry, but that's fucking karma. Mikko going down on that one that's for the slash that did not get called.
Amen to that. I don't know. Again, Edmonton had 5 power plays in this game. I don't want to hear any Oilers
5-2.
fan complain about the reffing in
It's
this hockey
5-2,
game.
and you lose the special teams battle 2-1.
Yep.
Mikko just and again, like it's nothing weird here. He
Yep.
just beats Mike Smith through the 5-hole. Also, you can see where they were defending the power play, how they were defending it. They were daring Mikko Rantanen to beat them.
And he did.
They were daring them. They said, look, we're not having Cale Makar do this. We're not having Nathan MacKinnon do this. If we're going to lose on this power play or on this penalty kill, it's going to be because Mikko Rantanen beats us because they gave him all the space in the world.
He's totally far out. His left
All the
circle.
space. There's nobody over there. And he just steps into it and beats Mike Smith. And you're just like, you know that guy scored 30 goals, right? Like, I understand he hasn't been any good in the postseason, but if that's the poison you decided to drink to try and win this game, you deserve to die.
It's a good shot.
Well, we talked about this on the watch along too. Is Mike Smith 5-hole the Grand Canyon?
Dude. Yes.
It was open a lot tonight.
Yes.
Leave it that way.
At no point did Mike Smith play better than the Avs goalies.
Yeah. Pavel Francouz gave up 5 goals tonight, and he was 1 better than Mike Smith.
I'm not tipsy at all, man.
Yeah, those are the first 2 drinks of the night for AJ.
You guys watch me on the watch along. I pound water all game.
He's drunk in love.
Yeah, there is.
Your social experiment somehow has transferred this problem to you.
How weird is this? I'm the drunk one?
Anyway, Mikko beats him 5-hole. The Avs come back the other way. Look, admittedly, they give up a 3-on-2 break to Edmonton here. But that puck just goes through Pavel Francouz.
Dude, he has it.
It just goes through him.
And then Zach Cassian's just like, are you fucking for real? This thing is so free, girl,
That's
please.
the one I'm thinking
And then
of.
he scores and he gives everybody that Neanderthal smile. And I'm like, even I am a little moved by how excited he is. He can't believe that he just scored a playoff goal that big. Zach Cassian gets this is how you know, like, my belief in deities. When Zach Cassian plays like a scumbag all game and gets rewarded.
Yeah. That trickles quickly.
He was looking for a puppy to punch. I don't know what to say.
Oh?
It-
It was very frustrating. And it was very frustrating from Frankie's part. We all want Frankie to be great.
Yeah, it's not.
The reality is that every single time in his
This is what
career
happens.
that he has had the door open to put a stranglehold on the starting goaltender job in Colorado, he has given it back.
Well, he's a streaky goaltender. He has those hot moments, which we saw 2
Again?
games ago.
This is cold-blooded times 2.
I'm not gonna
I mean,
lie,
it just
I queued it
happens.
up a
It's
few
where
times.
he's at.
You got 3 more in the hopper?
I just didn't think it was gonna come on.
It's messed up.
He's streaky.
World's biggest Richie
and
Valens
which
fan
backup
over here.
goaltender in the league isn't?
That's why he's a backup
Well, and
goaltender.
that's what we're saying. Like,
Yeah.
this is why you get the shutout, and you know it's going to be downhill from there.
Well, and
And it's
that's what
just
you
a
want.
matter of. We talked in the pregame.
Yeah.
The whole pregame. Go back and watch it. We said, look, they're gonna have to get through their problems tonight. We're expecting Frankie to not be at his best. He's gotten a little bit worse in the 2 games. This has been the trend for a lot of his career. This isn't to say Frankie is bad.
No.
It seems like you can't criticize a guy without being like,
You must hate him.
yeah, exactly. Like, good
Well-
Lord.
So,
His
do
bo-
you?
His body of work in the playoffs is still pretty limited, so I feel like it's easy to look at this critically too. But he got them out of this series, and now they got to do it in 4 games, and so they get a little bit of reprieve. Hopefully, Kemper gets fully healthy and battling whatever he's been battling, and Frankie did his job.
Yep.
So,
I don't want to go too deep into the criticism there.
So is that it? I have to ask you. You said Frankie did his job.
as a backup goaltender.
Kemper game 1 then, if he's healthy?
If he's healthy, I don't want him to rush back. Like, I feel like there was a sense of desperation coming out of Nashville that we need Kemper to be healthy and start this next series. We learned that Frankie can do it, and Frankie did it. He got them out of this series. And so hopefully if Kemper is 100%, he should start game 1. But I won't go deeper into the Frankie slander.
It's not slander though. This is what
Gave
you
up
want from your
5 tonight,
Yeah.
and a couple of them you can directly look at him and be like, bro.
They were not great, some of them.
We can also say that about Kemper in the last few games that we've watched.
100%. Well, and that's
Right?
why
learned
this is
was
a
battling.
conversation.
Yeah.
This is
Vision
why it's a
issues.
conversation. You could easily make the argument, and we have a week to talk about it, so I don't want to spend too much
we'll
more
get
on
into
this.
it more.
Let's
But like Pavel Francouz,
I'll sleep
if you
on
can
it.
say he has earned the game 1 start in the Stanley Cup final, I can disagree, but I can also be like, fair enough. If that's what ends up happening, I'm not going to be that moved by
Two
it.
reasonable people can disagree.
I'm throwing
Absolutely.
it to Kemper to decide. Too.
It's just you're just in a tough spot where neither guy has been so good. You just don't have the situation that the Eastern teams have, where you're like, well, I've got a demigod in net,
Right.
and we're just gonna ride or die with that guy.
Man, Houston Annanen's going to have a bad start next year, and Megan's going to fight someone on this pod. It's going to happen.
Juice.
The knife is gonna go to her in the post game.
Oh, I'm running.
Sudden, we're all gonna have that shield.
Yeah.
No, I don't need a sword. Just trying to live.
I'm so proud of how Anadin actually finished his playoff appearance.
It was a great
Yeah,
bounce back.
he did a great
He
job.
really-
Going toe to toe with Dustin Wolf in the
Exactly.
postseason, there's no shame
And
in
that's
that.
where his troubles actually began with Stockton, and so it was a full circle moment for him to get things back in order. So I'm hopeful for him.
Before we get into the overtime stuff, we do have our king of the series,
Ooh.
not king of the game.
We couldn't decide on the king of the game. We'll just be honest here. Cale Makar's 5-point night.
Kind of
versus-
ridiculous.
Versus Artturi Lehkonen's game-winning goal. And I think Lehkonen finished with 2 or 3
At least
points of his
two.
own.
At least 2.
I don't even know who it is, so I'm excited to see who you guys
But
pick.
we ended up deciding on a king of the series
Ooh, okay.
because 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points in 4 games. This
what
is
more
why
can
we
you
say
do?
the guy's not of Earth.
As a defenseman, by the way,
Yeah, as a defenseman.
put it up, yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Right.
Pretty
Also,
dope.
also a
Good
Western
choice.
Conference champion.
Also,
Good
did
choice.
not have Skittles thrown at him this time.
That's good.
So shout out Edmonton fans. You are
Yes.
better than Preds fans.
And look, obviously the stats are great. Obviously, Makar averaging over 2 points a game for the second series in these playoffs is ridiculous. But it should not go unsaid that him and Taves, especially in games 2 and 3, just said McDavid isn't going to beat us.
Defensively exceptional. Head to head in that matchup, they were great. And you look at McDavid and Draisaitl's success tonight specifically, and you're like, it has nothing to do with Cale Makar.
Yep. You're watching dudes give up pucks at their offensive blue line, and
Yeah.
Cale Makar being like, well, I'm in a 4-on-2.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And like he continued to be great. Just continued to make plays with the puck. Just did his thing in a game where they needed they needed the offense. They needed to outscore their problems. Cale Makar drops a 5-point night.
That many.
Is
A
our
whole
chat
handful.
broken? Because it says we haven't gotten a new
I know,
comment
it's
in
nothing new.
like 10 minutes.
And I want to eat crow because you were like,
We're still live.
Oh.
Can't see the comments for whatever reason.
Our comments might be broken. When they come back, we'll fix them. Thanks, Kale. We love you.
Like, that's the last thing I saw, and I'm trying to get it to work that.
Good luck. Make sure you're not missing any super chats, because there's a billion.
Oh, dude, I'm missing some, but I can't do anything about it over here.
All right, well, we'll get to those later. Either way, Cale Makar, superhero shit. And
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people still talking.
it's just bopping off.
Oh yeah.
I might have to bring up the YouTube page or something, yeah.
What I'm gonna do. But the issues that they erase. I feel like
Yeah, I know.
there's like nothing I can do right now.
With that, the Avs going to overtime. Before we get into that, we are brought to you by Athletic Greens. Jesus, if you want to skate with these two teams, you probably need Athletic Greens because, oh my God.
Dude, the pace of that series will not continue.
Otherworldly.
Next series, no matter
No.
who it is.
Otherworldly.
That was a great series.
That was exhausting.
So you can go get yourself some Athletic Greens at athleticgreens.com. Use code DNVRAVS130 to get $130 off your order. They're a meal plan service where you can select your meals every week. They have a plan for pretty much every diet you can imagine. Keto, paleo, vegetarian, vegan, you name it. They got you covered. If you're not vegetarian, I highly recommend their proteins are extremely good. We got some of it, high quality stuff. So go jump over it, try it with them. They also have a bunch of amazing different meals. I think you can choose from 24 meals every single week, so you have a ton of options. You can always find something you like. Their carbon footprint 0 as well. They make sure all their packaging is recyclable and stuff like that. You can take control of your health today with them. They're also giving away a bunch of amazing stuff. When you get an order, they'll give you 5 travel packs as well as a month's supply of vitamin D, I believe it is, or maybe it's C. I forget which vitamin. I'm sorry, Athletic Greens. But you're giving away a month of it with your order. Again, athleticgreens.com/DNVR. Use code DNVRAVS130 for $130 off your Athletic Greens. Third period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Ooh, shout out Dario for winning War of the Worlds.
Ah, true.
Enjoy the couch for the next week or so.
Gets to catch that dub.
Yeah, exactly. Connor McDavid Candle didn't do shit.
So,
No, I'm just looking at the box score real quick, and I'm just looking at them taking points away on the Landeskog goal.
Yep.
They took all the points away. It's now an unassisted goal.
yep.
Because originally it was Byram and MacKinnon on the points,
Yep.
and now they're all gone.
The one that was super chaotic in front of the net.
I actually think is the correct call, because if you go back and watch it, it's clean possession for whichever Oilers defenseman is
it?
in behind, and he just sends it
plays it
right
out
through Smith's
front,
5-hole.
yeah.
Whoops.
Yep.
Interesting.
It still feels like, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
know.
It's fine. It's
It
whatever.
doesn't get down there without Byram's shot.
Yeah,
but
it's a judgment
Yeah.
call there. Who cares?
as far as
I was mostly curious because I wanted to see Lehkonen does finish with 3, and I was just curious because it said MacKinnon only had the 1, and I was like, he had an assist.
are we about to have the possession versus control conversation?
No, dude, all you have to do is watch The Exorcism, and you will understand possession versus control.
All right, let's get into overtime. It didn't take all that long.
Yeah, I believe I said 5
He
minutes
did.
or less
He
on the
did.
watch along.
Well, and the Avs came out with a jump, too.
Oh, well, they've treated, so every overtime has been the exact same except Game 5 against St. Louis,
Yep.
where they gave up the late goal, and typically, historically speaking, the team that gives up the late goal, like late in the game,
We'll lose
usually
the
wins
game
it in overtime.
Yeah. But
Edmonton scored a little too soon to carry that momentum over. But again, the emotional maturity here, and this wasn't an emotional immaturity from Edmonton. It was just Colorado came out and was like, we're going to do this.
yep.
Well, and they locked down the front of the net, too. Like, if you look at it, like, they made it hard for Edmonton to move in the Avs zone.
Yeah, absolutely. They were rock solid top to bottom in the 4 minutes of overtime that there was. But they played quality hockey. Edmonton really didn't get a proper dangerous chance.
Yeah.
And you go back the other way, and again, it's not some all world, you were so much better than them type hockey play. It's Cale Makar gets a puck to the net, Artturi Lehkonen gets a stick on it, rebound comes out.
Darren Helm controls the puck off the faceoff to get it to Cale Makar.
There
I
you
feel
go.
like it closes it out, similar to how they closed out St. Louis. It's everybody chipping in, including Darren Helm.
Yep.
We haven't even talked about Darren Helm's game.
I want to talk.
Well, and so with no Cogliano,
Yep.
again, coaching.
Yeah.
Artturi Lehkonen's the guy on the ice with your 4th line. That's the extra guy that they send out there in that situation. He gets the game winner for you. Like, right now, Kendall got game.
Kendall's looking good.
He's made a Stanley Cup final now. All these dudes who are like, can coach out of a paper bag. Like, yeah, all right, guy on the internet.
I have a lot of people to go back to.
Our
from
state
round
CSU
2.
or whatever that guy's
Yeah.
handle is on Twitter.
I had a lot of
Continue
people.
to be stupid.
A lot of
Some-
people.
Some
judging
people
him.
who call themselves Avs fans and spend all of their time
bitching.
criticizing Jared Bednar specifically. There was one guy that used to follow me, Jacob something or other. All he would do all game was tweet fire Bednar. But boy, he's had a pretty good postseason.
Man, I just go back to, if you look at his career, every level that he's coached,
Yeah, been
they
good.
win a chip.
Been good.
And I
Been
know
good.
it takes time, and it's like,
It's hard to do.
you know, imagine this. It's not the easiest thing to do to make it to the Stanley Cup.
No, not at all. It's why we're all celebrating like crazy.
Yeah.
This is hard. Like making the conference finals was one thing where we were like, woo!
Oh, hey, the chat's
you
back.
watch-
Let's go.
You watch that guy. You watch Bednar in his pressers. How he just, his composure and how he treats the games and how he goes into it. He's not super emotional, and the
Well,
team feeds off of that.
Look at the differences between the two coaches and how they talked
Yes.
about the game. Not just in this series, but even last series.
Yeah.
St. Louis has crowned Craig Berube, their king, their hero, next to Jordan Binnington. And you look at how those two guys approach the series. Woodcroft and Berube, constant whining about officiating.
Hold on. I gotta ask, yeah. Have you like maxed out the number of things you can favorite?
I don't think so. I think I can go up to like 100.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Just checking.
But
Last time
you,
we did like 80 something.
Okay.
I'm still going. I'm like, okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
but you see the way that those coaches handled adversity, and then you listen. What does Jared Bednar talk about? The Avs blow Game 5, and he's like, "Look, we're disappointed, but we have to get back to work.
Yeah.
We can't dwell on this. This is not a thing that we can change. Thinking about this tomorrow does us no good, and it's just that always forward mentality.
Yep.
Always, okay, a bad thing has happened to us. We're upset. This sucks. But instead of getting caught up in the emotional turmoil of the moment, you just stay there. You stay focused on what you need to do. Your coaching sets that emotional tone,
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
emotional base. And if your leadership core doesn't buy into it, then you have the kind of turmoil that we saw earlier this year in Edmonton,
Yep.
where that leadership group and that head coach were not on the same page.
Yeah.
And then you see that difference. You see how important Bednar has been to the just the stability of them purely from an emotional standpoint. And then you get into systems and all that other stuff. He's shown that he's a pretty damn good coach.
Yeah. The other thing I want to know too is like, all right, you're going into the Stanley Cup Finals. It's 12-2. What does that look like from a historic run of getting to the Stanley Cup?
It's pretty good.
Let me
Pretty
just
good.
say, if they were to, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying if they were to sweep,
Just to do easy math.
if they were to sweep, it would be
Tied the record.
It would be the most dominant run of all time, tied with, I believe, the '88 Oilers.
Think that's correct.
And I'm sorry,
Sam.
but if you're talking about tying an '80s Oilers team for fucking anything,
You're doing okay.
you've had a special run. But the
Yeah.
fact that they're even in that conversation,
Well, and here's the beauty of the final line of wins and losses. The Avs either end X-6 and it's devastating,
yeah.
or they end 16-X and no one cares how many losses they have.
And truly, like if they get to the 16,
Yep.
and 16, 16-5, 16-4,
Doesn't matter what that number
16-3,
is. Does not matter.
16-2, you have had one of the great postseasons.
Absolutely.
And now, if you can't get to the 16, the 2 doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's been a great journey, and I have stressed all year, stay in the moment, enjoy what this is, enjoy where you are. Don't be so obsessed with getting to the next stage that you forget to enjoy this.
Yep.
To appreciate that this is an accomplishment. This is special. This is very hard to do. There are exactly 2 teams that will make the Cup Finals this year. The Avalanche are now one of them.
Yep.
But at the same time, you are playing for history, not to be history.
Yep. Love it. And enjoy every moment of it. Megan brought it up earlier. Enjoy the Darren Helm winning a face-off to help you out. Enjoy the rub out along the boards by Josh Manson. Enjoy the moments that... Look, 30 years from now, you're not going to go, I was there. I remember that one poke check from Josh Manson. I remember Jack Johnson checking a guy. Those aren't the moments you're going to remember 30 years from now, but those are the moments that you're going to enjoy in the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the feelings.
Yeah.
Like, you just remember the feelings. Like, you can't pick out plays from the 0-1 Cup run. Like, I just remember it being
There are
dope.
things, like I remember Patrick Waugh being great in Game 6 in New Jersey. I remember the goal that Chris Drury scores where he dances Colin White.
Yep.
Colin White got his shit kicked in that series.
Yeah.
BS. He was like a rookie or second-year guy, like on the verge of what ended up being a really good career.
Yeah.
Nightmare series for that
Look
kid.
Yeah.
Look
but
at
the
this
overall
legend.
thing that you remember is just the emotional high that you get.
Oh,
from it.
absolutely. It's all right, we have a bajillion super chats to get to. Yeah, just do the ones we had to miss first. Just get those ones out of the way so we're done with them.
Holy crap.
$2 from Mike. I am just so happy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tonight,
It should be.
it's party time. Tomorrow, you can worry about the Stanley Cup final. Tonight,
Fuck yeah. Yep.
you're partying.
Enjoy tonight.
Yep.
Please, for the love of all that is holy, enjoy this moment. Enjoy this celebration. Enjoy this party. Wherever you are, whoever you're with, just make this one count.
Yep.
You may not be here again ever in your lifetime.
Exactly right.
You have to live this while you can.
Yep.
You only get so many chances at this. $5 from GT Billion, does that say? I can't read it. Where would this team be without Cale Makar? If it wasn't for his defense in this series, we would be in serious trouble.
Absolutely.
Yeah, your best players are your best players,
Without
dog.
your best players,
Yeah.
you would 100% be worse off.
Well, and he set the tone game one,
Yep.
shift one against
Yep.
McDavid, where you're like,
None
okay,
of this.
it's on.
None of this.
I'm going to spoil this a little bit for him, but keep an eye on Dmitry Filipovich's Twitter tomorrow morning.
You know that dude loves his Makar rundowns with the clips.
He's got quite the thing.
Oh,
he's-
you've got it on record. I see.
He's got
Okay.
quite the thing cooked up. It's gonna be a thing that we're gonna all really enjoy watching.
Yes,
Dope.
please. Thank you very much. Thank you for the 5 GT. $20 from Harrison MacKinnon. Got to go to both of the games in Edmonton.
Dope.
Down by the
You're the
glass.
guy in the Dordeeks jersey
Yeah.
right behind the goal, going ham.
And it was so much fun, and the disappointed faces on Oilers fans made it better. Thank you,
God,
Harrison.
that is
Awesome.
there's nothing better than that. Too.
Oh, yeah. To be at that.
Soak up the tears.
Yes.
And then
soak it up.
Tears of unfathomable sadness.
the absurd
delicious.
It's so delicious.
Drew, one of the guys who's been giving us cash hand over fist these playoffs. Another 100. Stanley Cup Finals. Here we go. Also, this shuts down the final St. Louis fans complaining about losing because they had to play their backup.
Be better.
Way to go, Frankie.
Be better.
You guys are amazing. I'm so thankful for other
that
stuff.
back.
Something about 4 more
Need
wins.
that back. We can't see it.
I just love the St. Louis thing too. It's like Bennington wasn't
Thank
their
you.
starting goaltender all year either.
Yeah, right.
So
Don't even acknowledge it. Just stop
Dr.
acknowledging.
Dubs needs to make 4 more house calls. Woo.
There it is.
Hell to the yeah. All good, man. All good. It's a really long one.
Yeah, all right. Keep it rolling. We're doing these quick. We love all of you. Just know if we don't say that much, we appreciate
there's
it.
a lot.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of you.
Yeah.
$10 from William. I have so many questions. We're going to have lots of day off shows, rather,
Yes.
for that, aren't we? Love all of
Let's
you.
talk draft.
You made such a great place for us to spend time. I appreciate the hell out of it. Happy birthday, Allie.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. 5 more from GT Billion. Cale, glad he is getting national recognition for his defense as well. Go Avs, love watch. Like I know the Norris is a regular season trophy, but
gonna
if
be
you
real weird
yeah.
Real bad.
It's gonna
not Cale Makar.
immediately age like milk.
Yep.
If they announce that thing and it's Roman Yossi.
I can't. I just can't.
Can't even think about it.
Yeah.
Can't think about it. So much riding on it.
$2.
Well, and right now, I mean,
Yeah, looking at it, you're like,
he's
shit.
he's also the guy that would be in line for
Conn Smythe,
Yeah.
especially with your boy Kadri likely done.
Yeah.
I've got a few of those as well.
$2 from Riley. So, or I assume shout out, probably, Bo. My guy brought the energy all MF in playoffs.
Well, they're not over yet, and he's
They are
been
not.
great.
He's
He's been great.
He's
a
been.
huge part of their success, as we thought he could be.
Yep.
Why we talked about him as an X factor going in.
Yep.
Difference maker already.
$10.
Crazy to think how much better that kid's gonna get.
$10 from Nighthawk saying Nighthawk is the best Blues fan ever. All right, move on.
True facts. Go Nighthawk.
Gave her multiple high fives today.
No hug?
She was too far away.
Fair enough. $10 from Mike, and she might not be a hugger. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
$10 from Mike. You guys rock. Thank you for such a great, well shot pod.
Yeah.
We're in the finals. I'm channeling my 9-year-old self watching this team for the first time. The world is great.
So awesome.
I don't know, like, I feel like I'm not even channeling my younger self because the Avs won this series and I, like, stood up and had someone not related to me to hug. So
True. Very different feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$5 from Keith. Glad the Edmonton and TNT Love Fest is finally over, I assume.
Yeah.
Avs are destined. Love the Avs proving all the haters around the league wrong.
I don't really think there's that many haters anymore. It's mostly like Wyshynski whining about how they were bland and too dominant and not interesting and
Careful. Can't say that.
Cool,
People
man.
get upset.
whatever. I'll take being blanded in the Cup Finals over being whatever the fuck everybody else is.
$5 from Chris. Dr. Dubs is headed to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Let's go.
Thank you, Chris.
We keep saying it and it still feels weird.
I know.
No.
Still feels
it's
weird.
never not
Yep.
gonna.
Yeah.
$5 from Mike. Happy birthday, Allie. I'm on such a high. It's been 20 years or whatever. I'm glad to share this with everyone. 4 more. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
14 from Daniel. You guys have made watching along this season so enjoyable. Thanks for everything. Booking flights from Toronto to see you beauties next week. Drinks on me. Love y'all and go Avs. Buzz, buzz.
Amazing. Love
Awesome.
that. Can't wait to
Welcome.
see you guys.
Yeah, for real. 5 more from GT Billion. Just a reminder, the Avs beat up on Mike Smith in 2019 against Calgary, and now this year, Avs had his number in the playoffs.
Pretty much everybody does.
Do be like that sometime. They really did. That Calgary series felt like the Edmonton did win it kind of in spite of Mike Smith, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob Markstrom had an .852 save
Yeah.
percentage in that series. Like,
Yeah.
he's brutally bad, man.
$5 from Dawson. Let's go! 4 more, baby. Seriously worried about facing Vasi or Igor, though.
It's gonna get harder.
It does. The playoffs don't get easier, fam.
Yep.
$29, the MacKinnon number from Ryan from Nova Scotia. Well, that makes sense. Honoring Mac 29, 7 road wins to the Cup, even 1 playing the Oilers game. Kadri, this one's for you.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Much appreciated. $5 from Logan. As said before, cheering alone, yelling a bar in call. But this time, I'm convinced half the bar that they should ride with the Avs. It's
Nice.
our destiny.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Anytime you convince a bunch of Californians to get on your
Right?
side for something,
You know you
Love
did
it.
something right.
you're vibing.
$5 from Brennan. I was only 5 during the Avs second cup run, and I didn't really fall in love with hockey until 07,
Oh,
08.
no.
I am so happy. Let's go.
Imagine falling in love in the dark ages.
Yeah, that you have a little something in you.
No, you poor people. Making up for it, though. This is what it's about.
I've
This
never
is-
been in this position
This
before.
is why
My parents
you do it.
blowing up my phone after the game ended.
Dude,
We've never seen
I
anything like this.
genuinely after the watch long ended, everyone up here is like, "Oh, people are contacting
There were
me right now."
tears.
Like,
Yeah.
I've never seen ice. I didn't know. And she texted me Avalanche won. Let's fucking go.
Nice.
that's what it's all about, man.
It's nice.
$10 from Sasha. We did it, DNVR fam. Much love. Happy birthday, Allie.
Hell yeah.
June babies hype. Damn, I'm so happy.
Hell yeah. That's
Sasha,
what it's
one of our
about.
dudes. Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
Oh, God, I can't forget. We have 4 memberships to give away on the show, too. I almost
We
forgot.
should do that tomorrow.
We could. Should we? All right.
We should do that.
Sucks to suck, nerds. No. We're making them tune in tomorrow. Tonight, we celebrate. Tomorrow, you can get memberships. $10 from Kyle. Been a diehard Avs fan since I was 7, and they moved to Denver when my dad took me to my first game. Hell of a ride. All the love to the DNVR crew. You guys have made a great thing better. Heart, let's go. Thank you, Kyle.
Hell yeah.
We do our best out here. $20 from Eddie. Daddy Darren came up clutch yet again. And if this team just don't quit, I'm loving life right now.
I gave
Let's
him
go,
a big hug
Avs.
downstairs.
I did after the round 2.
Yeah.
His dad was here tonight too.
Yeah, was that his dad? I
Yeah,
wasn't sure.
It
Okay.
was.
He's still here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
wants
He
to say
always
hi.
waits,
Yeah.
yeah. $10 from Tanner. Had some funny looks wearing my Avs hat around Edmonton this last week, gluing it to my head right now.
That's the winner's walk now.
Yeah, you get the little bit of the limp going.
Yeah.
$2 from Vaguely Sober. Oi, L-L-L-L-L-ers. Yep,
I assume that's 4 L's. I
that
just
would
can't count.
that would make sense. Yeah, math adds up there.
Got him.
Lucas with a lot of Cale Makar numbers. Finals, let's go. Step 3 done. 1 more to go. All hail Cale. And propose.
Props to Draisaitl, dude is a warrior.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We did give him some props. And again, nothing should be taken away from the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
That is a good hockey team that made a conference finals.
Yep.
Went toe to toe with the Avs.
At times, yeah.
They're-
Just got beat by a better team.
Yeah. Thank you, Lucas. Will, with the $5, a reminder that Lehkonen is an RFA and will be an Av for years to come.
Yep.
Yep.
Somebody in chat asked about trading his RFA rights. Fuck no.
After that, bro, $5 from David. I may be poor, but not as poor as Evander Kane's character. You'd have to be like massively in debt on that one, I think. Happy birthday, Allie. I know it's been said, but thank you, everyone, largely AJ. This is a home for us. Appreciate it, David.
All love.
$8 from the Walrus. $8 from Makar, and now I'm naked. Hashtag Rudo boobs.
Roller coaster.
Weird.
I
You know, Walrus doesn't need clothes anyway. It's all
Look,
good.
the shirt, all this comes off maybe when the Avs win the cup. If the Avs
If
win
the
the
Avs win the cup, let's slow that roll.
But look,
Work to do. We'll worry about that. We'll worry about that party when we get closer
absolutely,
to it.
things can't just, you can't convince me to do things. They have to happen organically. All right. $10 from Adam. AJ, I hope you got my email. Sincerely, Adam in Minnesota.
I've been getting a lot of them. A lot of them.
The Oso Blanco with $20. My voice might not be able to
I
hold
got
up to
this.
this. Okay.
Pair character looking at himself in the mirror saying, "Thanks for being you," with hearts popping out of his eyes.
I loved it. I love the voice change for the pair character,
I tell
too.
you what.
It's some high-quality acting.
I tell you.
Thank you very much.
I'm multifaceted.
$5 from Kevin. All I have to say is that game was insane. The ups and downs, holy crap. But the good guys come up on top. Go Avs, go. Hold that fat L, Oilers fans.
The comeback felt both very believable and totally surreal all
Yeah.
at once.
I understand that I'm alive and I'm living here and I totally believe it. And I still, hear myself say the Avs are in the Stanley Cup Finals. And I'm like,
no. Yeah.
$5 from Nick. Finally moved closer now. I get to say I've been to the bar more than 2 times. P.S. 8 minutes behind. Can't wait to see y'all. We'll be down there soonish. There's a lot of super chats left. $5 from Mickey. Connor McSwept. Connor McEliminated. Connor McGolfer.
I like Connor McGolfer.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one.
Connor McDuff. Does that count? Because you duff it and
Dude, I wonder if he's any good at golf. Probably.
A lot of
Probably
hockey players
so
are
sick,
pretty
dude.
decent.
Well, they do it a lot.
Yeah.
Especially the Oilers. They play a lot of golf. So they can at least get back to what they're good at now.
True.
So hooked you guys up. Did you a favor?
Look, go minus on the hockey rink, go minus on the golf course.
Yeah, exactly.
Math adds up.
Dude. Leon Draisaitl doesn't get it. Why all the consternation over his negatives all the time? All the golf that he plays every year.
When
he's
I shoot under
confused.
par. Yeah.
I don't get it, man. I'm great.
$5 from Sneaker. So proud of this team. Hard fought win. What do you guys think the Avs match up better with in finals, New York or
We
Tampa
can talk
Bay?
about
Yeah.
this now. Quick thoughts. Which team? Preference? Anybody? Preference?
New York.
New York? Preference?
Oh, Rangers all day.
Preference?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay. Better team?
My man! I want to slay the dragon.
Yep. Go
Be the
all
dragon.
the way. Go all the way, baby.
Yeah, that's what we're taking from Tampa. The Stanley fucking Cup.
Let's go. From one hand to the other.
You want to take it from the back to back. I get it. Okay, I
That's
get
what
that.
I want.
I get it. I get it.
take the cup. Because if you go to the Rangers, all I'm taking is the Statue of Liberty, and that's all it is. I've already got the Gateway Arch. Like,
Do you get that half of the Gulf of Mexico?
Just the cup, though? What else do you get from?
what else do you want from Tampa?
That's fair. Just the cup.
They have nothing.
$10 from Tom.
I mean, they got an NFL trophy that you could take as well.
Well, Russell Wilson going to try to do that.
All right. So if the Avs beat Tampa, did they become Champerado?
Ooh.
Yes.
There's the next shirt.
That's the next shirt. Also, State of Hockey.
State of Hockey
There
Town.
it is.
State of hockey from Florida to Colorado.
I love State of Hockey Town.
It gets them all.
It's two of them. You get them both in there.
$10 from Tom. Excuse me. Let's go effing Avs.
Yeah. I'm just going to assume excited.
Yeah. $20 from JT. Happy birthday, like for real as the Avs are. Love ya, fam.
Cute. Love it.
All love JT.
Much appreciated.
He
$20.
also has ghost stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
$20 from Rob. Let's get that cup. I want a goddamn parade. Let's go.
Well said.
I'm here for that.
Should have been our post-game pod. Would have saved a lot of time.
$20 from Coy. EJ and Landy talking about them not thinking they would make it to this point when the Avs were bottom of the league, and the presser has me in tears. Who do you feel the most for between those from the heart?
Eric Johnson.
Has to be
Absolutely
EJ.
Eric
Has to be EJ.
Between the injuries, between being the fringe player, between being given up on by the team that made him the number 1 overall pick.
There you go.
And carrying
St.
that
Louis,
kind of
yes.
disappointment, it is Eric Johnson all the way. And if they do the thing, he should be one of the 3 or 4 first guys to raise that thing.
Absolutely. And the way that he's been playing in this postseason.
He's been phenomenal.
We've given him a hard
empty
time
the
during the
tank.
regular season, but man, he has stepped his game
This
up.
has been an empty the tank thing.
Yep.
And if they're going to win the cup, he has to continue to play that way.
Yep. Absolutely.
It was emotional seeing him standing beside Landeskog by the Western Conference Final trophy tonight post-game. That tugged at my heartstrings quite a bit, actually.
I want to watch this presser because some people have already hit me up about it.
I'm sure.
I usually get home, watch the presser while I edit, and then decide if I'm going to write a column or not. And I think this one's going to.
You know, it's an important
This one
night
might
when
evolve.
this pod ends and AJ goes, all right, let me bring this up on my phone right here. $5 from Michael. Incredible game. Thank you guys for helping Denver celebrate and keep up with all the action. You rock.
Gosh.
Much appreciated.
All love.
$5 from Sonny. F. Kane, Karma, F. Woodcroft for going all clown DeBoer style. Love y'all all. DNVR. Let's
Not
go.
a great
go
look
Avs,
for
go.
Jay Woodcroft in
yeah.
the series.
No. Got out coached, my guy.
Got buried.
$2 from Alex. Oilers fans voted for Biden or Trudeau. Come on now. Don't bring politics into this. This is hockey.
Yeah.
So what if they did?
Yeah, I don't give a shit who you voted for. You're rooting for the Avs to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah. Why is that something you wanted to spend money on? It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he paid money for it, but we can disagree with it. Arvada with the Lehkonen number. Frankie, don't breaky. Let's go, Lecky. Colorado Avalanche. Oh, God.
Don't need no
Oh,
L's.
God. Is Colorado a bunch of uwoos?
No. Move on. No. Get me out of this room.
Thank you, Arvada. Much appreciated. $2 from Kyle. Thank you, DNVR, for a Kadri return. Go, Avs, go.
Hell yeah. Hoping for the best there.
$5 for Jamie, for the DNVR family and followers.
Jamie.
$5 from Alma. Lord Stanley inbound. Let's effing go. A bunch of swear words.
I love swear words.
Yeah.
Adult language is a personal fave.
$10 from Schick. I wish my brother was still with us to see this.
Yeah.
I'll share the full story with you guys on something came up
Twitter.
on, the
on
screen-
Twitter
on
soon,
Twitter soon.
but I'm just so happy. Go Avs, go DNVR, go Vibe
absolutely,
Tribe.
man.
100% Vibe Tribe.
Vibe Tribe out here.
One step closer to me getting that tattoo.
Oh. $20 from Andrew. Tomorrow is my 30th birthday. AJ, my wife, and I sat behind you on the plane back from Vegas in 2017.
I remember this.
After the first regular season game, the Avs
remember
played
this.
there, and we talked hockey the whole way. This is special. Love you all.
I remember that.
Thank you, Andrew.
Awesome.
I'm glad you guys are doing well.
$5 from Woken. Can I just say how happy I am for
Yes.
EJ? That dude has been through thick and thin.
Hell yeah.
Love this for him.
Absolutely.
10 from Cody. Happy birthday, Allie.
Became a meme, and then people actually paying money to give
Yeah,
a birthday.
yeah. 25 from Josh. Let's go. I was at the watch party, and it felt like we were there. Stanley Cup Finals, baby. Happy birthday, Allie.
Man, downstairs was awesome.
Yeah.
It was popping.
Yep.
$10 more from Sonny. Oh, we already did this one.
It's you paid for it twice.
Oh, well, thank you for the double, Sonny.
Portland out here vibing.
Let's
Me
go.
has been all over my DMs, hitting me up. She's super excited too.
$5 from Chris. Allie with pure Gemini energy. Love that for her. Happy birthday. Also, so happy to see the Avs,
The
I
team
assume,
back
the
in the
team
Cup
back in the
Finals
Cup Finals again. How do you read that?
I don't know. I genuinely don't. I don't understand.
Ryan with the Sakic number for the Avs, number 19. Good job, Sakic. Now let's make it great.
He better win GM of the year
No
this
fucking
time.
kidding.
Wow.
Ken Holland wins it right after they sweep those guys.
With a series-winning goal from Artturi Lehkonen.
Yeah, right.
Like-
Right.
$5 from Mike. Missed my wife. Called my dad. Hugged my baby boy. Tuned into DNVR. You guys are a big
Dope.
part of all of our lives in the Avalanche community. Let's go.
Love that. That's all we want.
$10 from KO. Where do you watch the post-game pressers? They'll be up on NHL.com.
Yeah, they
Yep.
get sent to my email, so I
Yeah,
can't
we
relate.
have the actual official newsletter or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Game
I have
breakdown.
the media access.
Yeah.
Part of it, yeah.
$3 from Miss Truly. Should we stick with Frankie for the finals? That's an off-day pod.
We will talk lots and lots about this as we move forward.
Thank you, Miss. $20 from Camels and Penguins. Cleanest floors in the game.
Because of the
The brooms, I got
you. Let's go.
That's a good super chat.
It is. It is. $10 from Wild Ink. So we had a perfect post-game sweep on the road. Has that ever been done, or does anybody know? Just curious. Love the podcast. Go Avs.
Historically, I have no idea
Yeah,
where it
I-
sits, but it's
It's
can't
a
be
historic
bad.
run.
Yeah, it's got to
a
be up
historic
there.
run.
Yeah.
It's got to be up there. $2 more from Kevin. Happy B-Day. Avs won for ya.
Hell yeah.
$2 from Davis. Not having to listen to TNT anymore.
Yeah, I think Cup Finals on ABC.
ABC. Yep.
Going back to it. Good old days. That's so sick.
$10 from Nate to the Stanley Cup. Avs to the Stanley Cup final. Feels like a great night for a Philly cheesesteak and a Breck brew. Delicious.
Hell yeah, it does.
Nice combo.
Ben Edwards with the $10. I hope Evander Kane has diarrhea all summer long.
Jesus.
Let's
Could you
effing go
imagine
Avs.
getting into like day 4 or 5 of that where you're just like, God.
You're down
then-
like 20 pounds.
Yeah, suddenly
like,
you're a month into it and you're like, will this ever end?
$2 more from Schick. Tell me we have a video of the bar in that winter. I'm sure it's on our
I'm
Twitter.
sure
Yeah.
RG
It was
has it.
electric
Yeah.
in
I'm
here.
sure RG has
If I
it.
can find it, I'll put it up there.
I'm sure RG has it somewhere.
20
we got video of me hugging people.
I have video of it from like 5 minutes after the win.
and it's still
Yeah.
popping.
And it's
Yeah.
still crazy.
Yeah.
$20 from Mike. This is money won from a Oilers fan tonight. Go Avs, go. MacKinnon has passed. Take it away, AJ.
I actually, has passed Forsberg is my favorite player.
Avs player. Look, appreciate. There
Hell
were
yeah.
there were some good Edmonton fans in our chats.
Yo.
They were good, much
Like-
better than the Blues fans for the most part.
Shouts to Travis for sitting through the whole
Yeah,
thing, dude.
yep.
I disagree with your very one-sided take on things because you're an Oilers fan and I'm on the other side, but mad respect for sticking out the entire series. I doubt that guy's still here.
Probably not.
I wouldn't be. Like,
Someone clip it and send it to him. It's fine.
no. I got drugs to do to try and forget about this.
$5 from Grant. Hell yeah, Avalanche. First time in the Cup final since the summer after my freshman year of high school.
Fuck yeah.
Bar was amazing, and so are you guys. Much appreciated.
Dope.
$5 from Michael. Let's effing go! Asked the bartender for a broom. I received a quizzical look. Sounds about right.
Kind of an odd request at
Yep.
the bar. Even ours.
Yep.
Besides, our broom is right there.
Yeah, we got it for the show. $20 for Quinn, Avs fan in Edmonton. Thoroughly enjoyed the misery of all Oilers fans around me. Makar is insane.
He's so
Let's
good,
fucking
man.
go, Avs.
He's so broken.
And now into you absolute animals. $50 from Greg. 2 sweeps. All of the evil X's defeated. Stanley Cup Finals, baby.
The best part is that there's still an evil X
Yeah.
kind of awaiting.
You got Belmar.
And Patrick Nemeth, baby.
The evilest of them all.
Made us sit through that Vegas series last year. You booting pucks left and right. Homeboy owes him a few.
I'm dying.
62, the Lehkonen number from Jordan.
Yes.
Thank you, DNVR crew, for building the best fan fam imaginable. A fan fam, I like that. From this diehard Avs fan in Edmonton, thank you, Lecky. Thank you, Avs. Stanley Cup Finals, let's fucking go.
Yeah, let's go.
$70 from Mark. Happy birthday, Allie. Go Avs, go. Amazing.
She's down having. She's wherever she is. She vibing.
Yeah,
Wherever she is.
She's doing good.
I don't know. I can't see any.
Near.
She might be drinking water by now.
I kind of hope so.
$100 for Randy.
Randy.
What a hockey
Who always
team.
types in all caps.
Yeah. Western Conference champions. Can you believe it?
Yes.
4 more wins and the real party starts. Team DNVR, you the best. AJ, Rudo, Blais, Jesse, and Meghan. The way you break the game down rocks. See you next round.
All love.
Yes.
Love you,
All
Randy.
love, Randy.
And one last one from Parker, 99.99.
Wow.
Grew up with the original Avs teams, and now we are here. Please let the Rangers beat Tampa so I can spend stupid amounts of money on tickets for me and my dad to experience it all. I want to give him the best birthday gift, I assume. Father's Day gift, there you go, for making me love the Avs. Thanks, DNVR. Guys, we appreciate the late super chats. You can't keep doing this to us. You can't keep doing it. 25 for Miss Truly. Anyway, freshly minted Avs fan here.
Yes.
I started paying attention with my brother-in-law, became the official Avs trombone player. No kidding.
This is
He plays the
awesome.
wah-wah after penalties. Ecstatic here. Love you guys. Let me buy y'all a shot. Thank you so much.
Dope.
So much love.
Love that.
$5 from Nate up in Montana celebrating. Just have my girlfriend and you guys to celebrate
about,
with.
though.
I'm
That's the person
eternally
that you wanna
grateful
spend
to.
that with.
Absolutely.
You have to marry them now.
Yep.
Otherwise, not a fun memory.
Thank you so much. And $50 more from the madman Drew. Saw another comment in chat. Drury as GM as the Rangers. Kind of relax, maybe.
That's true.
That's an off-day pod conversation. That's what that sounds like to me.
Especially with really raw feelings. Chris Drury has never come back
Yep.
for a single Avalanche event. Wants nothing to do with the org.
Oh, there's some stories behind why.
Yeah.
There are some real raw feelings.
Yeah.
Chat, we love all you so much. So many of
Yeah.
you gave us thank yous today.
This has been an incredible ride for us, and
Amazing.
I mean, we're not gonna get into all this. We always said
Yep.
when it's done,
When
we'll
it's
do
done,
that.
yeah.
But they just keep giving us reason to come back and keep going to work. I'm so excited for a week off.
Oh my God.
I am playing so many video games for the next week. I am so excited to just kind of chill and watch however the East plays out.
Yep.
Relax a little bit, and we'll be around every day.
Yep,
with
off
the
day
show-
pods.
with the show as normal. We can finally get into the Eagles.
What?
We finally have time to talk about them. We can get into the Eagles. We can get into all kinds of this good stuff.
Black Aces.
Yeah, we can get into Frankie. We can get into, was Jason Meghan going to play tonight? Should it have been Mikhail Maltsev?
No.
Let's fight.
Let's fight. Chat, we love you so much. We hope you enjoy the night. Have a great night. Party tonight. Stanley Cup final conversation starts tomorrow. We love
Yes,
you.
it does.
We'll talk
Yes,
to
it
you
does.
tomorrow on the
here.
show. Until then, we'll talk to you later.
Let's go.
Good pod. Love you guys.